Welcome back. We're nearing the end of tax season, and many of you have probably got your refunds back. Our friend Kristin Afelumo with HerPlanning joins us today to talk about some smart ways to use that extra money. Welcome in, Kristin.
Thank you.
Good to have you. Well, I just got mine back, and I got to say, fighting the urge to just want to go buy something, nice and new and
Hit that
fun.
ball and jinx right now.
Yeah, exactly. But there's smart ways to look at it.
Of course. So the first thing I'll say is if you are consistently getting like $3,000 a year in a tax return,
that'd be nice,
or a tax refund, maybe consider updating your withholdings with your HR department. That's $250 a month of your money that the government's held onto for a year that you could be doing something else with. So consistently getting a huge refund, maybe not the best long-term strategy. But that said, if you do have a check sitting on your coffee table at home or just hit your account this week, a few things that you can consider doing. The first, paying off high interest debt. I generally say high interest debt is 6 or 7% or higher. Everything feels like it's that high.
Okay.
People are buying new cars right now. Interest rates I've seen really commonly 8, 9, 10% or even higher. So credit cards, high interest debts, loans, things like that are a really good place to direct some of that money.
It's not free money, as you said. It's your money.
Mm-hmm.
Should people look at it kind of like maybe a bonus for people who maybe don't get bonuses with their work and save it up for a big purchase or savings?
Yeah, so if you happen to have this money and you're treating it like a bonus, it might make sense for you to use it to top off your emergency fund. Also, if a friend or a family member has invited you on a trip and it's coming up next year, maybe put that money aside in a high yield savings account as your starting off point for saving for that big purchase. Or, you need to buy a car next year. Sometimes people come to me with things that are emergencies, and I'm like, girl, you knew your car was gonna need tires eventually. It's not really an emergency. So just things that come up that are variable expenses are great. This is a great opportunity to save up for those as well.
It's easy to put that stuff off. Well, speaking of emergency funds, what's your recommendation for people? How much money should they have ready to go in case something happens?
So I recommend for people in a dual income household to have 3 months of their expenses saved up. And if you're single or just more conservative, I'd work towards having 6 months of your expenses in the bank.
And if you got all that, maybe saving up for college for your kids if you're in that point in your life?
Absolutely. Save for college, consider using a 529 plan, or just put the money aside for retirement. You can use a Roth IRA or another type of IRA if you're an individual who doesn't own a business. You may even consider increasing your 401k contributions. Again, if you're consistently getting big refunds, it seems like you could redirect that money towards your 401k and earn even more during the year.
That'll pay off eventually.
So, absolutely.
Smart decisions. Well, Kristin, thank you so much. As always, we appreciate it.
Of course, happy to be here.